So hello Hamilton Conference and welcome to First Pilgrim United Church in downtown Hamilton. I'm Bill McKinnon, I'm the Minister of Outreach here, and really pleased to welcome our new conference president, Christina Paradella, for a conversation here today. It's a Tuesday, it's one of our busy days here with our outreach ministry. It's been chaotic and noisy this morning, and it's quiet now and time to have a conversation with Christina. So I'm going to ask Christina to tell us a bit about herself. So welcome, Christina.
Thank you, Bill. My name is Christina Paradella, and I'm presently serving at Trinity United Church in Grimsby. We're right on the border of the Hamilton Presbytery. Any further and we'd be in Niagara Presbytery. And I've been working there now for about 6 years in a diaconal role in team ministry. It's a vibrant congregation.
So Christina, you've told us that you're in diaconal ministry, and I know personally I've learned a lot from you over the last dozen years or so about the diaconia. But tell us more about that.
Well, the diaconia is one of two streams of ordered ministry in the United Church of Canada. There's the ordained stream, which is ordained to sacramental word and pastoral care, and the diaconal stream, which is commissioned to the Ministry of Pastoral Care, Social Justice, and Faith Formation. So our training is significantly different for those who are ordained. The Diaconia of the United Church of Canada, or what we call DUC, D-U-C-C, is a national organization, but all the members of DUC are also members of other organizations around the world. As a member of DUC, I am also a member of DOTAC, which is the Diaconia of the Americas and the Caribbean. I'm also a member of the World Federation of the Diaconia, which is, again, by consequence of my membership in DUC. And these organizations meet fairly regularly, and each nation and each denomination elect representatives. There are diaconia in many, many denominations in the Christian church.
So you've mentioned this international diaconia, and I remember that you went to South America last year to an event. Was that related to this?
This conference was for people who are either learning or in training to become diaconal, or they are training. So they're in training or they're training others. And mostly this conference was about the prophetic call of the diaconia and what that means for us.
So I'm guessing this is where you picked up on your prophetic theme for us in Hamilton Conference this year.
You know, I did choose it there. And I remember writing the article for Mandate when I came back, thinking, I cannot imagine how this trip wouldn't affect my choosing of the theme. And yet it completely slipped my mind. And so when I first got together with the President's Advisory Committee, or what we call PAC, when we started discussing what our theme might be, it didn't even surface for me. And I knew that I wanted the theme to be about justice. And I knew that I wanted to be able to raise the voices of those on the margins. And so in conversation with the committee, we were at a standstill. And then Fred Monteith, who's also on the committee, said, have you thought about Marty Tyndall's theme for General Council? And we summoned it up on the internet and looked at it a bit, and it was just perfect. Her theme is seeking, loving, walking. And it is reminiscent of the Micah 6:8 verse about to seek justice, to love kindness, and to walk humbly with our God. And I knew in that moment that that was perfect. And I didn't realize that, in fact, I had thought of this in Brazil until I read my own mandate article. And the last sentence says something about this surfacing in my theme. So, yeah, full circle. Yeah, full circle.
So what are your hopes and plans for Hamilton Conference in the next year?
I think my greatest hope is that some awareness is raised. I know that a lot of folks don't understand much about the diaconia. We're a part of international organizations, and I'd like to tell folk a little bit about that. I'd like to raise awareness of the importance of youth in our community. A lot of diaconal ministers work with youth in congregations, work in family ministries. And there is some really good work happening right now around youth ministry. One of my favorite books on it right now is called The God-Bearing Life. And this talks about soul tending, and talks about how the paradigm of youth ministry is shifting from programming and field trips to go bowling to something that is far more incarnated, that it is an incarnational ministry, and that ministers need to be youth ministry, and that this needs to be adopted by the entire congregation. Our children are not our future. The children are now. And I think if we paid a little bit more attention on how congregations relate with their youth, there would be a shift. I think there would be a shift in our ministry. Grimsby for about 6 years now. Trinity's a vibrant congregation with average attendance of about anywhere around $100. My name's Christina Paradella, and I'm presently serving at Trinity United Church in Grimsby. We are the furthest. Look, he's starting to laugh. I can't look at him because he's like doing everything to stop laughing.
It's the $100 thing. Is that correct?
Many years ago, I just finished high school and I went to live on a kibbutz, and yeah, I lived there for 6 months. Fell in love with a Nazarene. Hoping to run into him? No, you'll edit that one out, right? Any further and we'd be in Niagara. Oh yeah, we've got to do outtakes, man. That would be so funny. Okay.
You can't come in unless you have $100.
High admission fee.